So I wanted to show you guys a little email here, and I'll put the phone down and explain to you. Once again, I talked about my appreciation of Bach and Doc Holliday and people who are what they call adepts. They're competent in what they do. So I've been collecting information on the crazed lunatic Jim Stewartson. That's my opinion of him. This is a man who admittedly spends 20 hours a day on Twitter. He has attacked women with children. He's made death threats to women with children. He made a death threat to me. And this is a guy who calls me pathetic hobo. That's his name for me. So I sent John Callahan, who is the producer at Vice, coming out with a series, a 3-part series. And tomorrow, according to Jim Stewartson, they're going to do a hit piece on me. So here's the problem legally with that. It indicates that Jim Stewartson, who is partnered with Arturo Tafieski, have prior knowledge of a hit coming out. And these are not reliable sources. Jim Stewartson is obviously suffering from some sort of mental illness, making death threats repeatedly against a variety of people. The former second in command of the DOD, Ezra Cohen, a lady named Tish, who he mistakenly believes is related to Ezra Cohen. He threatened to blow up a house of a woman with small children. He's attacked others and wanted them to be hunted down. I actually had a threat to me which came from him, where he used the identity Thomas Sucks at proton.mail or protonmail.com, and he told me to go dig my own grave, and anticipated an MSN slew of negative reporting on me by the 17th of October 2020, and that email came to me early in the morning of October 8th. So let me read the email off to you. I send this to John, and I want you guys to note the date. I said to John, I find it extremely odd that James Stewartson seems to be indicating I'm about to be featured in a hit piece by Vice.com. I have my attorney CC'd on this matter, and I am sending you the actual tweet from Stewartson prior to your release of the second series segment on QAnon. As I have stated repeatedly, I've never been on 8chan or 8kun. Mr. Stewartson has acted in concert with Arturo Tafieski. We have retained evidence of Tafieski bragging on social media that he and Stewartson were your primary sources. It appears from Stewartson's recent post that he has prior knowledge of the content within Vice.com's QAnon series episode 2. Stewartson and Tafieski are not reliable sources. Please see attached. You can clearly see multiple parties could bring a tort action against Mr. Stewartson. They could hold accountable anyone who has communicated the defamatory statements to anybody else. That includes the person who originated the defamatory statement, but under something called the republication rule. It also includes anybody who repeated the defamatory statement. So John Callahan is the producer of the QAnon series, and I've advised him to send this email to his legal department for review. The adverse risk to me is obvious, but the adverse risk to Vice.com is probably not only financial. That's not even the primary thing, getting money. It's when you use unreliable sources, and those unreliable sources are exposed for who they are, it can pose extreme risk to Vice.com's reputation. It's not a good thing. And so I'm going to tell you in advance what our move would be to sue Stewartson. And of course, Vice.com would be subpoenaed, and Their name would go into the trades, and I've never spoken poorly of Vice.com. And a smart man relies on his attorney to do the talking. And my attorney, Baron Coleman, has already done a great job for me, and I'm very confident in his abilities. As far as Stewardson, he's acting in such an exceedingly bizarre manner. He's exposed himself to multiple civil and possibly criminal legal actions. So I told John, the producer, please consider the deleterious reputational impact a lawsuit against Jim Stewardson could have on Vice.com. Stewardson is a man calling the police cowards. He's admittedly spending 20 hours a day on Twitter. And once again, he's made multiple death threats to women with children. This could get ugly fast. So I told him, I hope we can avoid this viscera. I don't think it would be a very smart move, because I wouldn't be going up against Vice's formidable legal team. That would be not a very good chess move for me. But what would be a very good chess move is to make absolutely sure that their reputation is exposed for relying on unreliable sources. Over and out.